So, welcome to Stable Condition.
Oh, we're back.
Yes, this is take...
Oh, that's gonna be your censor bar.
Yes, it is.
Objection.
Haha!
Well, I might as well give you a reason to do it. Trixie, say it.
What?
You know what?
Shit, piss.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad... Hold on.
That one clips.
That's so this is the part where I go, I'm glad we got this out of our system. I think we're making good progress right now. You'll have to forgive us. The crew of Stable Condition is rather they're rather angry today because
It's raining. It's bullshit.
it's the rain's fault that you guys are angry.
Oh man.
I have a kazoo. The first time I've had a kazoo in so long. It makes me so happy.
Is this the actual episode?
Yes, I'm recording! It is recording right now.
Okay.
So,
Welcome back then.
now it's official.
Great.
Sweet.
That's copyright. I did it first.
Okay. I still get to keep the kazoo though.
Fine.
Oh.
I want your cooties. It's gross.
Alright, fine. Anyways, so, today we are going to review the episode
I'm JWhoof.
I'm DoTheDaringDew.
He's Trixie.
Good night, everybody.
And I'm a VIP.
He's right, you know.
They're not gonna get that.
I don't care.
So, yes, there is a point to this aside from just rambling. Today we're going to review the episode Viva Las Pegasus, and Jthor actually had a rather interesting discussion that he wanted to have. Alrighty then, so... Oh yeah, and Tibor's here. Gross! And Tibor... Getting your little Rick impersonation.
It's alright. I throw up every time I mention your name too.
His body's rejecting the pronunciation of Tibor.
I'm sorry. It's Tibor. Sorry, I had a hairball.
I'm about to say, Jthor's kind of convulsing right now. It's funny.
He's Mediterranean.
That's true. It was a good episode.
I really didn't...
And review.
Guys, I try. I truly do.
Oh, man.
I really did enjoy this episode, though.
It was a lot of fun. Even though first time I saw it, I missed half the episode.
Yeah, don't worry. I overslept, too. I was like, oh, crap. It's like... It was like 10:50, so the episode had like 10 minutes left. I was like, well, thank God for DVR. So I let it run, and then I just watched it. It's good to have another map episode. I always enjoy these.
Yeah, the one before was
Spice Up Your Life.
Yes.
Yes, and that was a fun one.
Which coincidentally was written by the same writer.
What? No.
Yes, it was. Mike Vogel.
Mike Vogel did today's episode.
He also did Spice Up Your Life.
Oh, no, that's...
Viva Las Pegasus.
Yeah.
Oh, you
I
stupid Mediterranean bastard!
I was like...
I'm sorry, that one was worth it.
I was going to say, Tibor, I think you're confusing yourself here.
I am.
Yay!
This is Viva Las Pegasus, not the one that came out today.
Oh, you're breaking the illusion. Oh.
Uh-oh. It's like a Vegas show that got busted.
Oh.
Every time Gladmain did that, it was... Oh.
Real quick, are me and Tibor the only ones that have been to Las Vegas?
Yes, I believe so. I have not been.
Yeah, it was a shame they only showed one hotel.
What if that's a good discussion is,
No, we already decided.
Oh, okay. Oh. Oh.
I want to do the discussion now.
So the episode. It's really cool to see Fluttershy and Applejack teaming up on this one for the place that is most definitely the most out of their element. In fact, they kind of hammered that in quite a bit.
Applejack seems to
There
go
are
to
no
places-
hammers in the episode.
Jthor, shut up.
Applejack seems to go to places that she's not familiar with, like with Manhattan in the last map episode.
Oh, she's familiar with Manhattan.
Why?
The Q Mark episode in season 1.
There you go.
She's still not comfortable there.
So the episode.
It was alright.
And that's when Granny Smith learned she couldn't make a pig backstroke.
Now you're breaking the illusion.
You broke it first.
He's just so mad. God. So,
Oh my god.
But Trapeze Pony was pretty cute.
she was...
Not as cute as the show ponies.
Well, Trixie liked it because she tried to incorporate magic.
Yay!
I just thought she was an awesome character. Like,
Yeah,
the trapeze... The first thing she does is that high-pitched, hey! Squeak. I thought that was...
Gasps.
It clipped. I thought that was adorable.
It was.
And yeah, trapeze magic. Whenever she's like, it's called blending genres, and it's awesome! I was like,
Then we got what's his name? Siegfried and Roy? Is that their name?
They're based off of a movie or something like that. It wasn't actually Siegfried and Roy.
Please help us out in the comments. We're blanking.
Yeah, Bob would shoot us for not knowing it. They tweeted out on Nightmare Nights.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, but I also saw something that was there.
Oh yeah, the Penn and Teller ponies.
Yes, and they sent that tweet directly to Penn and Teller, and they were like, oh, that's so cool!
And then Teller was just like,
His Twitter literally said, shrugs. Apparently, though, apparently my dad actually met Teller at a bar and got to hear him, speak.
have you never heard him speak?
He doesn't talk.
He does too talk.
In Penn and Teller's bullshit.
No, he does not talk there. That's his shtick, but...
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I've heard him actually speak too.
It's just interesting, because I personally have never heard him speak.
What, you think he was a mute?
No, I just thought he would constantly ran with the gimmick of, I don't talk. Be it, a magic
well,
show.
that's the thing. They're not friends in real life.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's the weird thing. You expect them to be friends, but they're not.
Oh.
They do not hang out outside their magic shows. They only work together.
That's
so it's kind of like the other show. What's it? Mythbusters, right?
Yeah.
They aren't together? Like, they don't
They're not
just...
friends, no.
Really?
It's just a job to them, I guess.
Guys, you're shattering the illusion.
Or like Siskel and Ebert, where they only work together like on screen. And
They were friends.
Well, some people were complaining that they weren't friends, or they were kind of like legitimately like
Mad at each other?
yeah.
Oh.
No, that's just how passionate they were about
Oh,
movies,
yeah.
but they were legitimately friends.
Oh. Every time he did that, it caught me off guard and I kept laughing. Oh.
And Flim and Flam in this episode.
Yay!
That
Sam
was
Vincent
awesome.
got some love again.
Great to see them back.
Oh, yeah.
And so did Duo Maxwell from Gundam Wing.
Who?
Scott McNeil.
Who's that?
He's
Flam.
one of them. Yeah.
The one with the mustache. Here's a fun one for all of you. Ew. Here's a fun one for you all at home. You know how I taught myself to always know the difference between Flim and Flam?
The mustache.
Because Flam and mustache have an A in their name.
Alright, let's move on to something intelligent.
I like how they acknowledge Dance Dance Revolution.
Help me out here, everybody. Yes, Dance Dance Revolution is canon now.
Yay!
That's stupid.
How is that? Is there anything that isn't stupid to you?
I'm not Feather Prop. Yeah, I called you out, Feather. You're not gonna listen to this.
He said it, not me.
Actually, Feather, he put it on a little card for me to read. He's already dead to you, so...
I'm sorry.
There we go.
That's right, I use my Vegas magic to make one of those little paper birds fly over to you with the note on it. 'Cause he's on the other side of the
No, you
room.
didn't go... You went, fly, fly.
Fly, fly.
And there's our South Park reference.
I hear your wings flapping in my home. Flip, flap, flip, flap.
What were the other attractions they saw?
So Vegas had that. Okay, right there. That's the most family-friendly Vegas you will ever see.
Which is super weird to see.
Actually, not necessarily. I went to some hotels on the Strip that were very family-friendly.
Well, as of over the last couple of years, yeah, they've started to appeal to the younger crowds. But Vegas back in 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you can
Back when it was still run by the mob?
You can go
There's
further back. than that.
90s, 2000. There's a reason it's called the City of Sin.
It's called that before then, by the way.
Okay, well, it still kept the name. Wait a minute, oh god, I think I might be getting my cities mixed up.
Oh boy.
Hold on, no, hold on. There's two names that come to mind.
Okay.
Again, help me out if you can.
Dubai.
No. Las Vegas is either
Hong Kong.
the City of Sin or the City that never sleeps.
It's both.
The city that never sleeps is New York City.
That's what I
It's
thought.
technically both because in those casinos you will never find a clock.
No,
Well,
it's
they do that-
always, it's always darkly lit and there's no clocks.
And they always use a certain kind of, I want to say it's like air freshener or something.
Yeah.
So they're,
Yes.
So that's probably something Gladmane would do. Yeah. That's what was missing. I wanted to see a pony like lose it at a roulette table or something.
Or an Elvis pony.
You mean Gladmane?
Well, an actual Elvis
Oh,
pony.
that would have been funny. It was like
a regular pony cosplaying.
Yeah, yeah.
no. The thing it would have been really funny if it was like for Gladmane, if it was ponies trying to dress up and impersonate Gladmane, because the strip is filled with all kinds of Elvis impersonators, and Gladmane's clearly an Elvis
That's
knockoff.
the funny thing. I didn't encounter a single Elvis impersonator. When I was
Same.
there
Really?
For about 4 days.
That's
lame.
yeah.
The guys that are out there with the stripper cards constantly going and handing out stripper cards and escort cards and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they were out there in abundance. Like, literally, not even 5 feet apart.
There were like masses of
Check
them.
out my girls.
The closest I saw them was literally 1 foot apart each.
I believe it.
Yeah.
And these were for separate escort
Oh no,
cards.
yeah.
New Orleans is the same way. Like just going down Bourbon Street, every other one is, a gentleman's club. Guy comes out in nice suits and is like doing the exact same thing. He's not literally handing out cards, but he's out there like, hey, come inside.
Yeah, hype man.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Yeah, hype men. They were everywhere. Going back to Trixie's original question of like what all we saw in there. So there's that abnormally sized arcade. That's how we got Dance Dance Revolution was camp. Which for ponies, that'd be so much easier than us, because they've already got 4 hooves down for 4 buttons. Like that's cheating
Not necessarily.
compared to us.
No, because you gotta remember it this way: they have 4 limbs. They're quadrupeds instead of bipeds, so they're having to. But they gotta think about what each leg is gonna do. For us, it's only 2. Now double that with DDR, with some of the insane stuff you have seen Asian kids do.
What I was saying is how many because we have the trapeze ponies, we've got
And her manager.
Which was already a separate set from the Sigmund and Freud ponies.
Yeah.
I think there was a third one.
yeah. I'm thinking who else was part of that.
Let's see. They
Sure.
talked
There
to.
was wasn't there one with the animal one was the Siegfried and Roy pony.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
They talked to so there's them, the trapeze pony, the
Flim and
arcade,
Flam.
the arcade.
No,
I
there
think
was-
Flim and
I'm
Flam.
talking about with different stuff that they talked to find out what was wrong.
Yeah.
They only talked to 3 different performers, really, because you consider
Oh.
Flim and Flam performers, technically.
No, I was talking about like the stuff they were not so much as like the
You mean
different.
attractions?
Yeah, like the stuff they were.
Roller coaster.
Yeah, that was a reference to the New York Hotel
Mm-hmm.
in Vegas, which has a roller coaster that goes in it and out.
And
It.
also the Rock and Roll, or whatever that one's called. I might be thinking of the actual roller coaster name. Whenever I was there, my grandmother was doing. She worked for this one fishing lure company called Slick Fish. It was a weedless lure that had spring-loaded hooks to catch bass in it.
Yeah.
And I had to take one of the investors' wives out because she wanted to go and see stuff, and her husband was too busy with business deals. So we went to that roller coaster area. And it had a big arcade like that, too.
Mm-hmm.
But the main thing we went to was the roller coaster.
All right. Humor me. Do you remember what hotel you were staying at?
I was staying at the Baileys.
Which one is that again?
It's a very famous one. It's one of the older ones. I can't really tell you much about it, other than the bartender was a complete jerk to me. And threatened to kick me out because I was staying too close to the bar.
Hey, Tibor, can you look it up real quick?
We'll look what up.
The Bailey's Hotel in Las Vegas.
Bailey's Hotel.
It
Cut.
smelled like Bailey's, like the Irish
that's
drink.
on the shoe.
Yeah. Okay. Honestly, I was surprised. I was bracing for places like the Bellagio, the Luxor, Caesar's Palace.
We went to Caesar's Palace because one of the investors there, he was a high stakes gambler, so he got comped several things.
Oh wow.
And that's where I want to try Kobe beef. And I still have never gotten to try this meat I've wanted to try for so many years. And he was literally like, order whatever you want, it's free. I was like, okay. My girl was like, no, you can't do that. I was like, why not?
Did she
And
give her?
she's like, because that's rude. I was like, he told me.
How is that rude?
Don't ask me.
That's
But
dumb.
they brought out literally a massive plate of seafood, crab and stuff, as big as your bed.
Oh my god.
You have to
And
remember.
I'm not a fan of seafood.
You have to remember. I have not eaten today, so that sounds fantastic to me.
Seafood?
Hold on a sec.
Just food.
Is it this one? Bailey's?
Why? You should probably show
I gotta
it
say,
to
he'll
me.
know. I'm just looking.
Oh.
But
that's right.
I had like this is a funny story for you guys. So I got to try horseradish for the first time.
Oh yeah, I know this one. Is this what you were talking about?
Yeah, that's the Baileys.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn, that was cool looking.
Yeah. That's really
But
good.
they gave me like
That's
this
pretty
one
neat.
meat and they put some. I got a steak, and they're like, "Here, Jonathan, try out some of this horseradish." I was like, "What is that?" I was 18 at the time, never heard of horseradish before. Actually, I've heard about. I saw the root horseradish, and I was like, "Oh, I don't understand why people eat that." And like, here, try it. So I put a little bit on my steak. My face instantly turned red.
Yeah, I believe it.
Oh yeah.
That stuff is nasty.
So
If you have like too much of it, it really just kills.
oh, it
anything.
cleared out my sinuses.
Oh yeah, spicy. You know what? You know it has that exact same effect of like clearing your sinuses? Wasabi.
Mm-hmm. Wasabi's a different species of horseradish.
Well, my point still stands.
I had no idea.
Even that, you just need like a little bit of wasabi just to get you going.
You can snort it like Steve-O.
Yeah.
Or like
Or-
we saw in
or-
Batsu game where you can in Silent Library.
Oh,
Or
God.
spread it on your pizza like Ross made me do.
Or what I've done before is whenever I make ramen, I don't know how this turned to cooking with stable condition.
Yeah, we are not cooks by any stretch of the imagination.
I am with ramen.
I can make scrambled eggs.
I can make SpaghettiOs.
I can make some
Or-
toast.
But anyways, I put a little bit of wasabi into the broth I was making, and it distilled it so it still had a little bit of spiciness, but not the whole.
Oh, nice.
The zing!
It was more than a zing. It's more of a kapow.
A kapow.
With like the comic book where it just covers up half
Yeah.
the page.
No, it covers up 5 pages.
No, this,
That's wasabi.
this talk about hotels on the strip and whatnot, I can tie this back to Viva Las Pegasus. That's probably my only nitpick about the episode. It's just I would have loved
To see more hotels. On
exactly because like
That's what I was saying before all this. That was my one complaint about it too, because I got to go to several of these different hotels. Because when you're 18, you go to Las Vegas. There's literally nothing you can do. Nothing you can do at all. So I just literally rode the tram back and forth.
well
I
nowadays
gotta go to all
maybe
these other hotels.
in this day and age that probably changes now. They probably offer more things for 18-year-olds.
I would imagine so.
You would hope so as well.
But like the best thing there was at GameWorks, and it wasn't anywhere nearly as good as the one in Grapevine whenever that was still around.
I've never been to Vegas, so I couldn't tell you.
Well, have you ever been to or did you ever go to the GameWorks in Grapevine Mills Mall?
Maybe.
It was literally 3 times bigger and much better selection of games. Like most of the games there, you could tell that drunks and stuff had gotten to it, and they just beat the shit out of the arcade cabinets.
Oh, so it's an arcade.
Yeah, GameWorks is an arcade.
Oh, I was thinking like a game store, like you go
No,
buy
no, no.
games. Oh, okay.
But yeah, my time in Vegas was pretty interesting. This will be the last off-topic thing for me, but if you ever go to a fishing convention, don't ever have your phone out.
Didn't know.
Ever, because they will accuse you of taking pictures of their products that they haven't released yet and trying to steal the patent from them.
First off, didn't know that FishCon was a thing.
Well, Fishing Accessories Con
Yeah,
is a thing.
I still
but-
like FishCon.
Huh?
Interesting. Yeah, I never heard of
Yeah, but like literally I was texting...
CODCon, got it.
But I was texting, that'd be Call of Duty Con.
Damn it!
Yeah. But I was texting Dallas at the time, and a bunch of these different stands. I just walked by. I literally was not in the middle of anything. I was walking by, had a security guy take my phone and look through my pictures.
What the hell?
And there was 3 different booths, and they're like, yeah, check and see if he took pictures of us. And I was like, I texted!
I'm gonna steal all your secrets. Trixie, you were pretty close with that. Your FishCon is spoiled now.
But like, literally, apparently fishing accessories is a very competitive business.
Wow.
Was that the last time you went to Vegas?
That was the first and last time I've been there.
And how long ago was that?
It was when I was 18, so it'd be 9 years ago.
Closest thing I have, again, my experiences in New Orleans and, believe it or not, Cabo are the only times I really have to compare to Vegas, which, as far as gambling goes and everything, I've told you I am officially $1 in the red. I won $24 at a roulette table in Cabo San Lucas, and then in New Orleans at a blackjack table, I lost $25. So that's currently where I stand. $1 in the red.
Well, I've been to New Orleans and Cabo as well, and Vegas is like another monster.
Oh, of
As far
course.
as gambling and everything.
Well, I mean, most of the time people, like, let me put it to you this way. Gambling's not the primary thing you go to New Orleans for.
That's true.
Yeah. Man, I would love to see, like, a New Orleans version of ponies. Like a Bourbon Street or something like that.
Horse leans.
I think we can do better than that.
Hoofdini.
That's
I've beaten your point.
That's not my fault.
I'm just saying.
You think
If they couldn't do anything original for that, they ain't gonna do it for New Orleans.
Unless they, like, shoehorn it in. But even that'll be like...
I think you mean horseshoe it in.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. But, I
It
mean...
won't be as bad as Ace Attorney's puns.
that's
like on another level.
It's just... I don't know.
They get paid to do that.
That's true.
I don't know, man. It's starting to get neck and neck with who makes worse puns, MLP or Ace Attorney.
Or wander over yonder.
I don't have enough info to go off of.
I do. Anyways, let's get back on topic.
Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to see more of the hotels because I mean,
especially since Gladmain does pull out a map and say that he has a plan to take over all these other ones, which is a monopoly, by the way.
Oh yeah. You know what? Here's at least mention the others by name.
Yeah.
It kind of expands it a little more, and
I honestly think they just did that so they wouldn't have to, and also for fan fiction writers just to come up with their own names.
Well,
That's
they had
true.
like the Pyramid Hotel.
the Luxor.
Yeah, the one that literally has their elevators go like diagonal.
Whoa, cool.
Yeah, they go up and sideways at the same time.
Yeah, that's the Luxor for you. It's a very strange place, and also the light, because it's it's a pyramid. The light that shoots up supposedly is visible from space.
It is.
Holy crap.
He would know. He's been to space.
So,
Oh, I want to mention something.
is it on topic?
Yes, it actually is.
Okay.
I had to look again because someone, I don't know who pointed it out, but Sven Gallup made a little appearance.
He did. He was
I
in the.
pointed it out, actually.
Okay, thank you, Trixie, for pointing that out.
He was in
See,
the background.
I give credit.
It's like, good
Yeah.
God, he's trying. What?
But it's just like, there's like a little part of it where you can make out it's Sven Gallup.
It's like, my God, he retreated to Las Pegasus after Raw dumped him.
He's looking for new talent.
That was pretty neat.
That's the place to do it.
Yeah.
That's definitely the place to do it. Oh, actually, the very last part of the episode, whenever Flim and Flam are basically saying,
Back at their old antics.
we're back, exactly. It's like, oh, we're not good now. We're going to go back to screwing people over.
I do like how they kept him like that.
I know, I am too.
Yeah, like they basically said, we're just going to take over this hotel.
No, the thing that they were saying, with like how while we're currently undergoing new management changes and whatnot, we're going to, come to see the great show in the theater, and for no extra charge whatsoever, you will get to imagine what's going on the stage.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. It's like, for no extra charge, we will let you imagine what's going on the stage right before your very eyes. And it's like, you know what? That ties into that car dealership thing I saw.
Uh-huh.
That is, I swear to God, Flim and Flam would be the ones who's... Did I ever tell you about this, Tibor?
What?
How like last year I was looking through a newspaper and I saw deals on cars, and they're trying to say all kinds of stupid crap to get you to buy their stuff. Well, one of them was like, "You sneaky bastard," because it said it was a picture of just a regular car, don't remember what specific kind, and it showed a price. It was like $1,300 or something like that. For obviously a used car. But right under it in like big, exciting font, pow in your face to grab your attention.
Tagline.
It said, and I quote, "The price you see is only half the price you pay." Let that sink in.
Wait.
You actually have to read.
But think about that for a second. The price you see is only half the price you pay. Yeah, there it goes. It clicked.
You
Yes.
you have to read it slowly too.
For
I know.
those that don't understand, you'd be paying $2,600.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just explaining it to them.
No, it's like, one, that car dealership is so damn sneaky, and two, I can totally see Flim and Flam doing something along those lines.
He's just trying to make your life hard, buddy.
Yeah. I agree.
Mm-hmm. But it was really cool. I don't know. There was just something really cool about like as everything's going on, they're walking through the big hotel and everything. Which did they ever call it by name?
The hotel that.
I don't know.
Gladmane's place.
I don't think they.
The Gladmane Hotel.
Sure. But it was really I don't know. It was just something really cool about just in the background seeing every pony the background ponies just everybody's clearly having a good time.
Mhm.
Everybody's having a good time doing something. Like, especially
Except for 3 performers.
Yeah, it's 3.
So we have to ruin someone's hard work they put countless years of their lives into
Mm-hmm.
in order to keep their show talent there so they can make money, provide for their family. The element of honesty and Yellow Horse.
He hates
Go.
Fluttershy so much.
And ruin. She's the murderer in Turnabout Storm, I know it. Anyways,
He hasn't finished Turnabout Storm yet, here, dear Gerber.
but by the way, provide a link in the description for that.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Oh, yeah.
But they ruined someone's hard work just because he was lying to people, which isn't a crime.
It's just frowned upon.
It's not illegal.
Especially for AJ. Honesty, yo.
Oh.
Yeah, she's the element of honesty.
No, hold on. Element of honesty, jokes aside and everything, that was one thing I noticed is like, wow, Flim and Flam gave into that way too easily. It is like...
But they made up for that by swindling the swindler.
Oh, yeah, no, but what I'm saying is like, why would he want us to be, why would he want us to fight? Because, they know that they'll go and find better work. And Applejack's like, and I'm saying this, and because I'm saying it, that means you never lie. Of course she does.
Yeah.
She did the last time.
The last episode was about her lying. Like the last episode the Flim and Flam brothers were in. It was
Yeah.
about lying and earning people's trust back. Like,
But she learned from it!
And for a profit, too.
I'm not saying that.
She learned from it, okay? So she don't lie no more.
But that doesn't,
That's still not saying you.
That she don't lie no more.
You want to try that again?
She don't judge.
What?
Continuity.
I don't know. Again, it's not like, oh my god, that's horrible or anything. It's just like, wow, you guys really gave into that pretty easily.
Yeah, and then they immediately forgave each other.
Yeah, it's like, you never lie. You know what, Flam? I'm sorry for all the mean shit. All
I
right,
never go
yeah. It's like, they were at each other's throats right before that, and they just like, hey guys, I don't lie. You're right. Let's get back together.
I mean, they were at it. Like, I'm never going to speak to this person again.
My
And
brother
he's
is
like,
my brother's dead to me.
and he's like, hey guys, you can just trust me. And then,
She's
like,
right.
you know what?
You know
Put it
what?
there, put it
Suddenly, Gladmane's an ass.
Yeah. We'll show him.
He's right.
Even though he gave some pretty good deals through the intercom system, like giving ponies a free night of staying there.
Dude,
That place looked nice. There was something that like some item in his buffet was like 30% off for the next hour.
I think it was apple turnovers or something like that.
I don't know. I just remember like the ponies over by the skee ball were very happy about that.
I don't blame Gladmane for what he did. He was just trying to make a living. Now, for trying to do a Monopoly, yes, I blame him for that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the beginning, he was treating his customers very well. Incredibly well. How would you like it if you stayed at the Crown Plaza where Nightmare Nights is at, and all of a sudden you hear over intercom, hey everyone, we know you're having a great night at the con, so, you know what? One of those nights is on us.
Or give, like,
Yeah.
or an extra night for free.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. They wouldn't need to worry about that because people are only staying until Sunday or Monday.
Mm.
But if you give one of the nights off,
Like Saturday.
like Saturday night, you're just like, yeah, guys, it's on us. That would create so much customer loyalty. And
Yeah.
people would constantly come back. And Gladmane was a great business pony.
Yeah.
I don't deny that.
It's just what some of the things he was doing was they were
Unethical.
immoral. Yeah, they were immoral, not illegal, It's like you said, it's not illegal to lie. It's one of those things as like treating your customers great, but kind of treating your employees like garbage.
Oh, you mean
I was going to refer to Walmart.
that's the thing. I disagree with that because Walmart never treated me bad, so...
Walmart's going to come after us for this podcast.
And you can censor out this name, but like you've had a good time with him. It's been good to you, but he's been absolutely horrible to me and Bucky.
You can also edit this one out too, but
Yeah,
like you had to deal with him, but I had to deal with him on a personal level.
It's all a matter of perspective.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, that's fine. It's like, you say you have your problems with, and honestly, I can see it. But just the experiences I've had with him, he was a nice guy. He was a nice guy. I'm not saying, oh, you leave him alone. He's a perfect little angel. Well, no. And yeah, the thing is, Gladmane's not evil. Honestly, I think Svengallop's way more of a bastard.
I hated
Svengallop was far worse.
Exactly.
I actually liked Gladmane as a character.
Well, Gladmane also makes you laugh.
Oh.
Exactly.
Well, that's the thing. He never made me laugh.
Really? Because that always got him.
But still, I understood why he was doing things. But Svengallop was just a horrible, horrible pony.
Yeah.
Though they were both taking advantage of what they had in different ways, and I think Svengallop's was a hell of a lot worse.
Yeah.
Especially since Svengallop wound up at that hotel eventually. But yeah, it's just he treats his customers wonderful, and he treats his employees like kind of garbage. So
Actually, no. For Svengallop, it's worse because he treated his customers just as badly or worse. 'Cause remember what he did to Pinkie Pie?
yeah, he not only did he treat his customers like garbage, he also put himself above his own talent.
Exactly.
Like, he
But
puts
Svengallop did.
My editing, it's like, what?
Exactly. It's not like because it would have like I know this isn't about it's not about that episode, but that's kind of a good point. Is if Svengallop basically made it about us, he and Rah-Rah, it would have been just a little bit more redeemable. But no, he put himself above Rah-Rah.
Yeah.
He put himself entirely above Rah-Rah. I was like, this guy's an ass through and through.
Oh, yeah.
I don't agree with what Gladmane's doing. I don't think he's the biggest, in all of Equestria. It's just...
He's actually pretty tame if you compare him to actual Las Vegas.
Yeah, because let's be honest. You don't have to go to Vegas to think to yourself, gee, how many of those hotel heads for like the Bellagio, Caesar's Palace or whatever, how many of them do you think would love to have a monopoly on the Strip?
All of them.
Exactly. They can. They would love to. They can't, but they would love to if they could.
Oh, what was Fluttershy's name when she was in this
Impossibly Rich.
I love that.
That was awesome.
And she had to whisper to, I think, Flan.
That was so funny. Like, because it was just so, like, even for Fluttershy, it's just the look and especially the action of, like, whispering to him came off as so pretentious and just, hi,
I
mighty.
just love how
And also
her expression was just like, the whole time. Just like,
Yeah.
I'm so much better
And
than
that just
everybody.
really shows how crafty Flim and Flam really are.
Well, and again, like, I will admit, I did not call the whole idea of it was part of the plan for that to get busted.
Yeah.
And that's
Honestly, I've seen so many cartoons with that same kind of plot. I saw it coming from a million miles away, but it didn't stop me from enjoying the episode.
Well, that's why I'm scratching my head over Gladmane is because, first off, do you guys remember the name of it? Like, what the name of the plan was? And that we're totally going to use this as a trivia question.
What was it? I forget.
The High Roller Hustle.
Oh.
It's
there
called...
was like two more. That
Yeah,
they
there were...
suggested.
Anyways,
good episode.
It was alright.
I really liked it. And especially because
It was fun.
I've been dying to see something for Vegas. So, for Las Pegasus. So, I was happy to see that.
It's been on the map for a while, and we just never been able to...
It's kind of funny, though, how badly that hotel bombed, like, Las Pegasus Unicorn.
Oh, dude, that was just...
That is funny.
Honestly, I think that was an allusion to... allusion was spelled with an A.
Yeah.
To, BabsCon with,
So,
I think that was her name. The con head.
what do you mean?
With, how she treated everyone friendly and all that, and then everything happened where she got exposed for what she really was, and then the con just plummeted.
I don't remember.
Swindler.
Was this the first year?
Las Pegasus Unicon only had 1 year.
You said BabsCon.
You said BabsCon.
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Oh.
I'm about to say, it's like,
I
I don't
swore
remember.
I said Las Pegasus.
You did, and then you said BabsCon. Is like, okay, now this is getting
No, not
confusing.
Babs.
Okay, so.
LPU?
Yes.
Le
I think it was 2
Le Pou.
Keds. It was,
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it was a decent episode. I like, since we've already broken the illusion, this week's episode more.
Oh,
Starlight.
No.
This, we're probably gonna, I don't know, if you guys want to, we might just do back-to-back episodes. But,
It doesn't matter to me. It depends on how tired Trixie is.
and I'm also very hungry. But we'll talk about that later. I really like this, and I'm putting my whole I love Las Vegas bias aside. I just thought it was a really fun episode. And you know what? I love who they sent. I thought it was great that it was Fluttershy and Applejack.
it was an interesting pairing because you wouldn't think.
My favorite part probably is in the very beginning where they're like, it can't be that bad, right?
That pop! How it
Oh,
just
yeah.
immediately, I laughed my ass off at that. That was so funny.
That might have been my favorite part, just because of that little.
The pop is what makes it. They were
Yeah.
just having, you know what it's like? Rick and Morty. When Earth pops back into place,
Oh, yeah!
and I lost my
Show us what you've got.
Is that the same Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
it
That
was
was-
because they were transported to like the other planets that were contending in the finals.
Oh my god, that was such a great one.
Show me what you got.
Get Swifty.
Yeah, get you. I gotta finish Rick and Morty. Okay, so overall, yeah, very good episode. I liked it a lot.
Anyways, topic. This topic's gonna be the old guard versus the new guard.
What?
Care to elaborate?
I'm not gonna say the person's name because I don't want to call them out or anything.
Well, again, you can. I'll just bleep it.
No, I don't want any chance of anything in case we ever decide to release the raw files or anything like that.
Okay.
Right.
But a buddy of mine I used to do a podcast with, we got into an argument
And just to clarify, this happened yesterday, right?
last night
Okay.
after I got back from Twisted Root.
Oh wow.
But he was mostly talking about how he dislikes the fandom and the show so much because of artists and such in the fandom and all that. Because he's an aspiring artist himself. But
Does he
Yeah,
still draw ponies at all, or
I
is he
have no
well
clue.
past that?
I haven't checked his Tumblr or his Twitter in a long time.
Right. And how often do you talk to this guy?
Once, maybe every couple years now.
Jeez, wow. Then he definitely just
After we disbanded the podcast,
It's just one of those you didn't really have a reason to talk to him.
yeah, last time I saw him physically was last BabsCon.
He was at BabsCon?
Yeah, the bigger guy you saw that I would talk to sometimes with and all that.
Sorry, I'm drawing a blank.
Anyways, edit out that name too if you wouldn't mind. Because I don't want any connections whatsoever.
No, I get it.
But
I get it.
he was talking just how the show is nothing what it used to be, and how basically I'll call it the second generation of bronies is nothing compared to the first. And I have to agree with him. Like, the fandom isn't nearly as amazing as it used to be when it was really tight knit. I mean, really tight knit.
Mm-hmm.
Back when season 2 had finished airing, but still, I enjoy the fandom and the show just as equally.
Well, see, again, my I'm on bits for the most part. You know, I agree with you, but I'm also on the flip of things to an extent of how it's not as, like, I guess for the lack of a better phrase, it's not as good as what it used to be, because the idea of good is totally subjective. Of like
Just like evil.
Anyways, I think it's unfair to say that something isn't as good as it used to be just because it's changed. The only reason most of the people who say it's not as good as as it used to be is the same way as saying it's changed to the point where I don't like it anymore. In fact, if you want to use that quote that I thought was brilliant from Sibsy, just because you're over a fandom doesn't mean it's dead.
It goes to the whole point of, like, if I don't think...
Good job, bro.
If I don't think the show's good, then that means that everybody else will have, like, the same opinion.
It's like, I don't...
And
Exactly. It's like, I don't like Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't give two shits about it. But I respect the fact that there are still people out there who really, really like it. And they...
Yeah. I'm going to tell this story real quick. I'm not going to mention them. It was a podcast I've been on, but like, it was a not safe for work one. We talked about drama and stuff, and that's why I got out of the fandom for a good while. It's because I was so sick and tired of hearing about horse drama that it corrupts what you saw before and just ruins it for you.
Says the same thing. Is like, he's been bitching about that on Twitter too. Is like,
I don't listen to anything he does anymore.
I know, it was just an example of like him saying, he was throwing a hissy fit on his Twitter how it's like, it's super hard to get back into ponies whenever I see it and I'm reminded of all of the drama, the blah blah, and it's like, you mean a lot of that drama you played a big part in?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, but for one New Year's thing, we did the top 10 artists of the year, and I told you the story wrong. We had a special category for artists that improved.
Yeah.
Not best artist, just showed most improvement.
Well, like, you don't have to edit this name out, but the guy who won number one for that was Lil Miss J, if you ever heard of him.
I think I have, yes.
He does a Tumblr blog called Lil Miss Ray. I don't know if he still does it. Very bloody and all that, and quite sexual, but, he won that, and then we mentioned the 10 artists that we thought were great throughout the year, that did ponies, and not safe for work stuff with them, and also safe for work stuff.
Yeah, just art in general.
Yeah, and we got so many artists that commented and sent us emails and stuff, just like, why wasn't I on that list?
Because it's our opinion.
And not only
Exactly.
there's like a lot of artists. You're not gonna know every single name in the fandom, so there's gonna be a good chance of you just not.
Well, these were popular artists that happened to message us.
Oh, okay.
Like, you can censor this one out. He was one of the ones.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I did not know. Well, I guess I shouldn't be that shocked. But really,
From what I've told you before about this person.
okay,
Yeah,
that's fair, but still, that's pretty disappointing.
Yeah, but we had a lot of people that emailed us and said, "Why wasn't I on this list? I make good art." And it's just like,
We're not saying you do. First off, you're not saying you don't.
Yeah, and two of the other artists, they're good friends of mine that I mentioned them because not only are they good friends, but they do amazing art. Was Hobbs Meerkat.
I love Hobbs.
Yeah, Hobbs is awesome.
He's coming to Nightmare Nights, right?
Yeah, he's staying in my room.
Yay.
And other one was Sean, King Cheetah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was the other one I mentioned because I want more people to see their art. And they were both very grateful that I put them on there towards the top of my list. Because most people assumed, even though it wasn't any specific order, that if you're the last one we mentioned, assuming 10 is the beginning and 1 is the final, that you were the best out of the year, which people were offended by the how we said it too.
Of course, they'll grasp at anything they disagree with.
Exactly.
See, the thing about this topic is we could honestly spend all night on this because there's so many different things we could pull it from. And I have one to go with on this if you're...
Well, real quick, one final thing is, the point where I determine first generation bronies and second generation bronies is the first season through
Magical Mystery Cure.
Magical Mystery Cure. Then after that, because it caused such a huge schism in the fandom, it made people go, "Oh, forget this show. I'm not watching it anymore."
Well, I mean, it's not just that. There's the flip of it is either you had people that said that's like, this show is horrible now. I can't believe they did that. I'm out. And then there's people like me who said, "Oh my god, I love this episode. I can't wait to see what else they do with it."
Or there were people more like me where it's like, eh.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
And also a fourth, the ones who got into it after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Tibor over here.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know what period you guys started to watch, Pony.
I was pretty much towards the beginning.
Yeah,
in the first couple episodes.
You were there from, day number 1.
Technically day 27, but close enough. Yeah, in one of our episodes we figured out how many days.
No, that's one of our earlier. And I mean, hey, like I said, I know the date. I choose to celebrate April 28th, 2012, which was 1 week after season 2 ended. So technically, I'd be in the first generation as well.
Mm-hmm.
And Trixie over here is first generation too. You're second
Yes.
generation.
Yeah, I got
You-
into it.
End of it.
I figured out like March 7th was when I discovered Pony.
2015.
15.
Okay.
And then a month after that, April 7th, was when I started to watch the show.
November 17th is the day I chose
Well,
for my Brony anniversary.
I chose April 28th for mine. And see, it's good that we actually have Tibor here too, because this brings up an interesting perspective.
You're
Because
useful
Also-
for something finally.
And also another point was like when the day I chose to become a Brony, because I didn't know like.
By the
I
way,
gotta
just real quick, don't tell him your Brony origin story. I want you to say that for Toxic on a panel.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's no man. That's your. That
No, I
you-
already told Jthor this, but just the story of how I became a Brony is pretty. You know, it has some weight
It's
to it.
unique.
Yeah,
Like,
because
I'm not trying to say that yours isn't as heavy as someone else's, but
Oh,
board games is the heaviest.
I remember board games.
that I have ever heard. But you did discover ponies during a dark time,
oh yeah, I did.
and it truly did help you, and that's another reason why I love this show.
Oh
Yeah.
dude, yeah, because I don't
Because
know.
there are other shows you can say have done the same,
Mm-hmm.
but not with a fandom that's grown so fast as this and produces as much as this.
Yeah.
Like I was debating it, like if it was anything else that would have got me out of that depression, or that despair. But I think the more I thought of it, the more I thought that this fandom.
Well,
was
I mean,
what brought me into it.
You can fill in the blank with whatever words you want. Like for you, you said it was a very it got you out of a very dark time. It came to you at a very dark time. It came to me at a very uncertain time. Like I was
Like you could say, because I have to word this carefully because it kind of ties in about how it's unique. But
well, now hold on. Like again, let's say
no, I'll just say this: it came to me like naturally. Like I wasn't expecting to find it. Like
literally, he
At all.
found it in the wild.
yeah.
oh yeah, like
But see, the reason why I bring this up isn't so much to get your Brony origin story, because you could have this same thing. You could be telling me the exact same things as Old Guard, and the same point will still stand. However, with it now, it's interesting and it's good because we have 3 people here, the stable condition people, who are all technically Old Guard.
yeah, from
part
what
of
you
the
guys are saying,
Except
like,
for me, who is officially old guard.
But these two have like you could even say like they're
I was there since
just in.
almost day one.
Good for you, kid.
Day 27.
Like people who say like they're a '90s kid.
Well, what I'm saying is like it's good
They
that
say
you're.
they're a 90s kid and they're born in 99.
Yeah, that's
December.
not kind of like. And technically, they're
No,
coming.
no, hold on.
Hold on, real quick. They're hitting really close home because I consider myself an 80s kid, even though I was born in 89.
Oh! Now hold on.
I'm not joking at all about that, by the way. I consider myself an 80s kid, even though I was born in 89.
Good for you,
man.
champ. Now, hold on. Hang on.
Can you remove that knife in my back, buddy?
Sure.
The reason.
That feels better. There's a lot of blood.
Hold on. The reason why I bring this up for Tibor's case is because you came in so late and you got in at a time in the show like season 5, season 6, where the show is, where the fandom is. There's a lot of Old Guard people who I'm obviously not going to name, but there's a lot of Old Guard people I know, and plenty more out there I don't know personally that would kind of, I don't want to say criticize you, but say, see, you got here too late. And is that now my question to you is that fair to you?
Well, no, because
Of course it's not.
it's I could always say that how I got into the show is probably the same experience that other people from the Old Guard, how they felt when they first saw the show.
Well,
or the fandom, to be honest with you.
Well, you naturally look at it differently because you see things that they haven't. Those that have moved on and they don't give a crap anymore, they don't see and experience what you currently do.
Yeah.
It's like, look, I came on in 2012. I became a Brony in 2012, so I've had people say like, oh man, you don't know what it was like back in 2011 when the fandom was at its absolute best. And to me, it's like, first off, that's only from your perspective. Is that fair to me? Because the fan, at the end of the day, be it in 2010, 2016, or even in 2025, for all I care, the fandom is what you make of it. It's what you see.
Well, I want to say because I think someone on Twitter, I think months ago, was bringing up this point. I can't remember why they brought it up, but it was like, so you mean to tell me that there was like, it was like perfect, like, at that time. Like, there wasn't anything wrong or controversial
They
with that.
treat it like a blissful, flawless paradise.
Like, nothing was wrong. Everything was, like, it was,
That's what we call nostalgia.
like, it was immaculate. Like,
And
there's nothing, like, wrong with it at all.
That's a good point, though, Jthor. As much as I love nostalgia, and I'm a very reminiscent bastard on a lot of things, we also know nostalgia can lead to bias.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Which, as someone
yeah.
who experienced it from 2010 onward, from what I saw, because I wasn't really that into drama at the time, to me it was a perfect time. And I can say that
with absolute 100% truth because I just looked at the art, some of the music that came out. Like, still, my favorite piece of music of all time in this fandom is Celestia's Day by, I think, Squeak?
Really?
Like,
Wow.
that's the song that got me through some really hard times.
There's a
And,
name I haven't heard in forever.
Yeah, like, that melody in Luna's Night, I absolutely adore. Like, there's literally a time that my old laptop with all my Broy music, it completely died, and that's when I had to get the new one that, unfortunately, we're not able to record on right now until I get it fixed.
Yeah.
But
We're experimenting.
I was legitimately panicking because I couldn't remember who did the song, and I downloaded the new Brony torrent, but I couldn't figure it out. And at this time, there was over 5,000 songs.
Jesus.
No, I believe it.
And it was not named what I thought it originally was. So I could not find it. I legitimately had a panic attack because I was going through a hard time, and it just helped calm me down.
Well, what kills me is, you guys know my desktop crashed 3 years ago.
Yeah.
My desktop crashed 3 years ago, and that's what I synced my iPod stuff to. Like, currently, my Brony playlist has about 400 to 500 songs or so, and that was made 3 years ago. If I could still add stuff to it, that number would be well in the thousands. Because unfortunately, I can't add new stuff to that iPod. However, I still keep. I still keep well up to date with everything that's going on right now. It's just unfortunately I can't download it because I don't have anything to download it to. If I sync that old iPod to this new computer, I risk losing everything I had, and I don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So just because I can't download it, I still keep up to date with all this, the new stuff that's going on. Like, if I could, I'd put Getting Stronger on there. I'd put Immortal on there, but I can't.
I love Evanescence.
That's a
Oh,
great
ha 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 ha.
My Moral's a great song, though.
Black Griffin, comment single tier.
I'll admit, actually, I always told you, Clayton, or excuse me, Dewie.
I don't care, dude. It's just it's
Oh,
for
did it at the beginning.
Not the other name.
it's. I will punch you.
No, I know.
I will stab you with this kazoo.
Oh, you
No,
mean
that-
Dean?
Who the is Dean?
He would get it.
Oh. No, it's mainly for their benefit. Because
Oh,
again,
okay.
Dewey equals Clayton.
I
Okay.
told you.
Call me whatever you want. I don't care. Well, actually,
Yeah, he said it. It's on recording.
I will bleep it out so many times. You have no idea. Don't.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I mean, it has nothing to do with anything, but I'm just letting you know, Silent Hill 2 was released to this day 15 years ago.
Oh,
my
yes!
God.
Save it for improve.
Crime.
Okay. Alright, I get it. Wander over yonder.
Oh.
That was awesome.
Have we gotten our South Park reference in yet?
Yeah.
What was it?
Fly.
Fly, you're right. Okay.
See, Fly?
I was going to say that you were the one who got me into Black Griffin.
Yeah, oh, that's right. I remember that because you were texting me. I was like, God.
Same here, actually.
I tweeted you, like, holy...
He's
my
tried,
God.
but
Like, I tweeted you, like, thank you, DaringDew, for
They're good. I really like Black Griffin.
getting me to
Well,
Black Griffin and
hell,
Michelle
like-
Freebird.
I think you showed me, like, Faster Than You Know, and then, like, when the first time I ever listened to him was during the concert at Babs.
Yeah, that's one of Trixie's first experiences with Black Griffin was he saw him at Babs. Was like, yeah, you picked a damn good note to start on.
Like, I knew because Getting Stronger was going to be, well, technically released, but then they pushed it, I think, a week further because of some technical difficulties.
And see, now, since we're getting into the topic of, like, pony music and everything, this actually brings up a very good points that I would like to make on this. is have you heard about any of the recent music drama that's been happening over the past month or two?
I think that you've either told me or I've brought. No, I think you have told me because when we were coming back, we stopped at a Hardee's, and I think out of everything, because we talked about some stuff, I think that was one of the things that you mentioned to me, was that it was having something to do with a certain type of genre of music that.
Basically, just bring you up to speed. I'm not gonna name. I'm not gonna name drop anything,
of
but
course.
apparently it started on Reddit and then bled to other social media things like Twitter, especially on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
But certain individuals were calling out certain other individuals for basically using pony conventions to plug and advertise their own non-pony music. Like basically,
okay, you have told me this.
mainly in I'm not trying to single them out or anything, but mainly in the EDM columns. The EDM genres in the pony fandom.
Like out of everyone, like everybody in like I don't want to say music, but just like they're like.
Except for Eurobeat.
Oh, Eurobeat's great.
Yeah, you
In
have
fact-
to censor that one out. Eurobeat's just an amazing guy.
Oh, he is.
I truly love him, and he's the only EDM artist I will listen to.
Yeah. Like
Oh, there's others I really like.
he's a
I know,
really
but
nice guy.
also what he did for Nightmare Nights and how nice and cool he was to me at BabsCon this year. Yeah, you bet your ass I'm gonna plug him.
Oh no,
the first-
Eurobeat's great.
He was the first real like fandom musician I ever saw in person.
Well, it's just okay. So there's that point, and a lot of which that was a case of old guard versus new guard. Butting heads and everything.
Yeah.
And it's just it bothers me because it is something that you could see that would be taking advantage of it. Is like names that get spotlights at PonyCons and everything are basically not playing any pony music. Remember what happened at BronyFest
Yeah.
with a certain somebody who refused to
Yeah,
play.
you can go back and listen to that episode. I'm not saying it again.
Yeah.
Oh, I know how much.
But that's the point.
Same with Animation Celebration. I'm not telling that story anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
look.
Well, again, it's just a matter of I see it as a bit of it's just unfair. It's like somebody basically taking advantage of pony conventions to plug their own stuff that has nothing to do with what we're here for.
Honestly, if you want to do that, be like, hey guys, if you like my stuff at the very end of your set, go check it out.
Well, see, that was the thing. Is like I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with playing non-pony stuff. It's just whenever your playlist is 95% non-pony and the only pony thing in it is a squee that just so happened to be in one of your songs, that's not enough.
Yeah, but I will say this. One thing I really wish all of you could have experienced from day 27 beyond was like Equestrian Daily when it first opened.
Yeah.
I was literally one of the first 100 people to go there.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember, holy crap, because I texted my buddy Lumpy who got me into the series. I was like, hey, did you know there's a blog that just does pony stuff and spotlights other things? He was like, nah, man, I'll go check it out. And getting to see it grow was a very unique experience.
On that note, I really like, obviously it's not perfect. There's a lot of things that still need to be worked out. Some systems like, you should probably fix that. But here we are, 6 years later? I'm very happy with how Equestria Daily has grown to what it is now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, new stuff that's coming out. They're changing the systems with it like this. Like, Exploding Pony Toast is now heading the music stuff, and all the luck in the world to him. He's a great guy, and, I think he's going to do some really good things for us. They got Silver Quill on now.
Yeah.
Silver Quill does, again, Silver Quill brought back the Good Night Pinkie Pie stuff. I loved those. Those were amazing. So it really, really put a massive smile on my face.
Yeah, and plus, it was also nice being part of the old guard. Just being there from basically the beginning, getting to see all these different artists grow and stuff, and then it was just a shame seeing them just leave without a word's notice.
Well, see, what kills, where I was going with this, specifically for the music thing, is, as you know, I've been writing, my own personal stuff, my own personal pony stuff since late 2012, early 2013. And only recently, I've been building up a lot of stuff, learning about audio engineering, getting gear, all this fun stuff, to where I can, I have a chance to, make a move and start putting stuff out. And it's just, it's not deflating because it's not going to stop me, but it's just, it's eye-rolling whenever there are people out there who think that it's basically too late to get on that train. Because basically saying is like, there's no point in making pony music anymore. Fandom's dying. No one's gonna hear it. Is that really fair to say though?
That's like in terms of like music, like people who want to start like a rock band now. I mean, they just shouldn't do it because it's not playing enough on the radios now. It's all about pop and rap and everything like that.
Metal's dead.
Sure it is.
Or rock and roll is dead. It's
Yeah,
just
like,
stuff
you
like
can't-
that.
But
can't say
metal
that.
rusts. It doesn't-
But now hold on. But that's what it gets to is it's like pony music isn't dead. It's dead to you. It
Yeah.
only dies when you let it die.
It's a very self-centered way of thinking, and honestly, that's really
Because it's not fair to those of us like me who, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but I've been working my ass off on trying to get this stuff up and running because, as I've said, I don't care if 50 or 50,000 people are listening, I'm going to make these pony songs. So to say it's like something I'm 6 years, like, the fandom being 6 years old, to say something like I'm extremely passionate about, because I'm very passionate about making pony music, and then have someone from the old guard say is like there's no point anymore. I take that as a hell of an insult.
Don't forget, New Guard says that too.
What do you mean?
New Guard people will say it too. I've seen it happen where they're like, "Oh yeah, the fandom's dying."
Well,
Not just old Guard.
no, I'm not limiting it to just old guard. It's just a lot of instances happen to
but
be
it's,
old guard.
It's 9 times out of 10 the old guard that's tooting that horn is the fandom's dying, or it's not what it used to be, or anything like that.
I stand by what I said, and this applies to more than just ponies. This is this is anything. The fandom is what you make of it.
Yeah, it doesn't just apply to pony. It could just be applied to any fandom whatsoever.
Exactly. So again, it's just I think it's unfair because look, in the almost going on 5 years of being a brony, the only regret I have is not joining it sooner. That truly is my
Same here. I mean, that's one thing I would like. I wish I would have known it sooner.
But again, I don't like.
Yeah, I won't lie. I kind of take that for granted. I started really early.
Yeah,
I'm honestly incredibly lucky to see this fandom basically since the beginning.
Mhm.
It's one thing to join a really nice fandom, but it's another thing to watch a nice fandom grow out of nothing.
You know what? Bringing back board game into this, he said something that really stuck with me, and you know what? I agree 110% with him. Is regardless of all this talk is it's not what it used to be to certain individuals. He once said, "You know what? I may not have been one of the first bronies, but I'll damn well be one of the last."
Yeah.
And to me,
Sure.
that's an excellent way to look at this because I'm gonna be in that same boat.
I'll be on that same boat as well.
I don't care. Again, it's I don't care what seasoned veteran over there says about how how the show is, how it's different, how it's not what it used to be. I still see it my way. I see it through my eyes, and it's still the same show, and it's still the same fandom that I fell in love with back in 2012. Are there differences? Of course there are. And you know what? I'm glad there are differences because
it creates discussion.
I was gonna say it keeps it dynamic.
Yeah.
There's always something new to look forward to, and
then it gets you talking, which is why it's a really interesting way to do it.
well, again, it goes to the one of the golden rules of the internet is it's either amazing and the greatest thing ever, or it's pure garbage.
There's
Also, Rule 34.
What does that have to do with anything?
That's one of the rules of the internet. It's one of the golden rules.
Well, yes, but that has nothing to do with what we're talking about with this.
there's no in between as far as the internet.
You're not going to stop some people from thinking that. If you want to think that, go right ahead. It's just try thinking about it from another perspective of someone who wasn't able to be there and see what you got to see, because you won't be there to see what I have seen. Because it's not fair to those of us who are still trying to make something out of it, and because the potential is still very, very much there. And let's be honest, 6 years is old for a fandom.
Yeah.
And I won't. You know what? I will not. There is one point I will concede to them, to those that say that fandom isn't what it used to be, it's dying or whatever. There is one point I will concede, and that is, I think bronies have stepped out of the spotlight that they had in 2011, 2012, and 2013.
Oh, yeah.
Again, I'm not saying we haven't. We're not. This isn't whenever it just blew. It's not. It hasn't blown up anymore, and
We weren't making like news headlines and whatnot.
We actually still are. That's the funny thing.
A bit. It's
But
kind
not
of
nearly as much.
Okay,
But I
fine.
do want to say
but,
though that
but my point with that is, yeah, we stepped out of the spotlight, but we didn't always need to be in it. Is what I'm getting at.
like I don't think we even cared.
Well, no, it's just though. Like, I actually had a talk like this a long time ago with Cam, and we both came up with something I think is really good. Is a lot of people measure it as quantity over quality. Like, it's always about how many, number wise, how many there are.
And you can also say that because of like it brought light to the fandom, like I would even say like some people joined because it was like the popular thing. Like it's totally like obscure, and it's like, oh wait, I just want to join this because
It was hip.
it was different, and it was like something that we've never seen before. And once you can argue that the spotlight turned away,
They moved
some
on
of
to
those-
something else that got the spotlight.
those bands
And
like
that's exactly what I think is happening. Here we are, September 24th, 2016 with this fandom. I truly do believe we may be losing numbers, but it's only because we're separating from those that were just kind of into it versus those of us like...
Separating the wheat from the chaff.
there you go. Separating it into those that truly do care about it and don't care if it's in the spotlight or not.
I think, I think after that, I think the people right now in the fandom are just going to be the people that are going to be till the very end.
Well,
Because we've gone through that
And that-
spotlight phase and then out of spotlight phase, and those people that are still here in the fandom still stuck.
Well, honestly, I think I have to agree with Dewie that the fandom's still going to continue going after the show's long gone because look at other fandoms. There's still a He-Man fandom.
Yeah.
There's still a fandom
I call it the
Voltron.
I call it the He-Mandom, but whatever.
Please edit that out.
No.
That was literally the stupidest thing I've heard all day.
Hooftini.
Still stupider.
Go on.
At least they put effort into that one. Anyways, fandoms still continue going. There doesn't have to be a large group. There can literally be 2 people. There'll still be technically a fandom.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Again, it's what you make of it, and it dies when you say it dies.
Yeah, like hell, there's still a fandom for Inspector Gadget.
Yeah,
There
I
it is,
mean,
actually.
and that's the thing is, we're not really going anywhere. I mean, yeah, there might be some thinning of numbers, but Pony has cemented itself in pop culture to the point where it's always going to be around in some way, shape, or form. It may not have the booming spotlight it did back in 2011 or 2013, but you know what? I don't think it needs to.
Right.
It doesn't need that anymore. It just needs people who still love it and still contribute to it.
And with that, I think that's a perfect point to stop.
Yeah, we've got that by the buttload here.
Yeah.
And what I was gonna say actually was, you know how like Tibor was saying how it's like a spotlight fandom, how people got in and then left as soon as it left the spotlight.
There's a lot of fandoms out there that have had that
Well,
happen.
that's the thing. Like, I bet those same people went on to the Five Nights fandom, then proceeded to go to the Undertale fandom just because it was.
It's those same people.
No
because
disrespect to those fandoms, but that is a good point. Is
No disrespect to Five Nights.
if you want to,
That
sure.
fandom is toxic. This is my personal opinion.
Okay.
The only pure fandom out there is the Phoenix Wright fandom, and you should join it.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Anyway, but that's the thing is there's so many people who have gone on to move on, and we're not talking about the quality of the content. We're just talking about those that just chase the spotlight. Because I know some people who straight up left Ponies and have gone on to Five Nights, have gone on to Undertale, have gone on to Overwatch and stuff like that, and Steven Universe. But it's just a lot of I'm not saying there are those that move on to those just because they like them, but there are those there that only chase it because it's popular and it's in the now.
They're chasing that spotlight.
Exactly, and then they look back at those of us who have chosen to stay behind because we love it, and suddenly that makes us the bad guy. Is like, all right, if that truly does make me the old man waving his cane, you damn kids, get off my lawn at this, then so be it. Because I don't care about Five Nights. I don't care about Undertale. I just recently saw I saw gameplay of Overwatch, and to its credit, it looks like a very fun game.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many new fandoms and things that have just blown up in popularity, but I'm just not in a hurry to get into them just because it's popular.
Yeah, Ponies was the thing that like introduced me to fandoms in general.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can also, I think you brought this up, MLP is considered the gateway fandom.
Absolutely.
It introduces other fandoms that are relevant at that time. And
I credit MLP with getting me into Phoenix Wright, The Walking Dead, Doctor Who, Breaking Bad. The list goes on and on.
especially Phoenix Wright, because that's how I got into that stuff.
Half and half.
We
But-
got into
well,
it
for me.
before we were bronies.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the point. Is I think we're all in agreement here. Is we're here to stay because we love it, not because it's
A fad.
exactly. It's not a fad. It's part of who we are, and we love it for that.
At least it's not a thad.
Boo.
You don't even.
Sup?
Yep.
Blue Mountain State.
Yes,
Go
I
watch
got
it.
that.
Go watch it and be enlightened.
I quit.
I quit. Anyways, yeah, you're right. We can always open this up again for future discussion, but I think
That's a good point to stop,
yeah. So let us know what you guys think.
Because this is a really interesting discussion, and some people from Old Guard, some people from New Guard, and there's always some other interesting points that we haven't brought up yet.
We'll always forget a point in any.
That actually,
discussion.
I think this is a very good note to end on. Is if someone has fit this bill, and is Old Guard, and has moved on from ponies. If you have, I honestly don't know why you'd be listening to this podcast. But in the event that you are, if you fit this bill, if you think the fandom has, it's not what it used to be, it's died, blah 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 blah, all that fun stuff, that's okay. There's not a problem with moving on. Moving on and saying, you know what, this show and this fandom do not interest me anymore. That's not bad. But you know what? There's also nothing wrong with staying behind and saying, you know what? It's still the same show and the same fandom I love.
I'll end this. I'll just have a closing statement. I personally don't think that you should get into a show just because other people should force you to.
Or just because it's popular.
Or just because it's like the popular thing going on right now in like news or
I got
YouTube or online.
exactly. I got into ponies because I love it.
It should be because, like, I think personally it should happen naturally because there's no outside force telling you what to do. It's basically only yourself, and that's kind of the point of like this whole thing is like.
Unless it's Dewie whenever he has kids and he's like, you watch these old episodes, you become a brony like your old man.
I will introduce it. Okay, first off, that's assuming I have kids. But if in the event that I do, yeah.
Hey, are you saying you and Trixie can't have kids because he's another male? That is sexist.
I think you
I actually took him back.
I blue screened for a minute. Great, now they're gonna ship us.
Okay,
more.
Literally, that is the dumbest thing I've heard all day, and that's thanks to me.
Good job.
You're welcome.
Let's go ahead and end on that questionable note.
Yeah, seriously.
A very insightful discussion, I like to think, ends on whatever the hell that was.
Anyways, I'm Trixie,
I'm DoTheDaringDew.
and we'll see you next time.
Oh, I'm Tibor.
Hey.
Tibor beats you to it.
Does it look like he cares?
Not entirely. All right. Then you know what? You won't mind me doing this.
And I'm JWhoof.
Good night.
I'm VIP.
Good night, everybody. Beat you.
Jinx.
Good night, everybody.